Hello.
Covered the wig.
Welcome to the My Little Pony Pound. Team 4-star is a brony. ShadyVox is world's best brony. There is actually a pony called Shady, isn't there, Shady?
I have no idea. You do know that. I couldn't care less.
Yes, the UK Abridgers panel, hooray! What I'm glad about is the fact that it's not packed like it was yesterday and you can actually breathe. I'm little Kuriboh.
I'm ShadyVox.
That's the store. Store. I hate them half doors. Just have 2 doors. You just installed it.
Like in the Paralympics.
The Paralympics.
The half
The
doors.
half door.
Half door.
He's been training.
He's in training.
Didn't you do a good job this door, mate? What are you doing walking away?
His rights like you.
Technically, you've done nothing. The door's done nothing! It's going to hold itself like that.
Fulfilled its destiny as a door.
We know it will. I've been training for years. I've been training for years for this moment right now. This moment. Ruined.
Never again will I only be used to get large tables through.
Taking a picture of this door. You will be doing signings after the panel.
You need to hold the pens out.
So now you have to follow that door now.
I know, right? But anyway, I'll
Follow it to
try.
hell and back.
I'll
That
try.
was terrible. And you insulted the door. Didn't that door do a great job?
After trying to trump that
Amazing.
no, I'm off.
That door is half-assed.
I'm Alcon.
And I'm the guy called Faulerro.
We should probably mention that what we abridge. I abridge unpopular doors. I make Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge, I make the Naruto spoof comedy fandom series. The Naruto spoof thing, and I did an Evangelion one-shot, I did a 5Ds one-shot, and I've worked with all these fine gentlemen at some point or another, and they are all extremely talented. And what do you abridge that?
I abridge Yu-Gi-Oh! GX with my heterosexual life partner. 13.
Oh, yeah.
I also look in.
You're a third in your boss.
20%.
All of them.
Anyways, part of mine, I used to abridge Naruto, and I used to abridge Kenpo, and I now abridge Zarya plus Vampire with X-Brother X.
Man, yeah.
Perfect. I work with him, and I work with you, and they all don't know.
They're like, wow, ShadyVox's GX Abridge is the best. Wow, Masako X's Abridge is the best.
But yeah. No, and then I do something with Dragon Ball Z by Kuriboh.
What is that revolution?
No, not that car crap.
Give us something Goku, we need something proper. Just that one crack, give us something.
That guy did not eat enough.
What do you do, Faulerro?
I do a little-known series called No Metal Alchemist.
You made parts 2, 3, and 4 of Naruto Abridgers. You made Duke Nukem the Abridged parody trailer thing, which made me laugh my ass off.
Oh, and something you might actually know, I'm also the current voice of Yamcha in Team 4 Stars Dragon Ball Z.
Very young character. Speaking of Goku, a funny thing happened. You're like, yeah, I'm Goku. Funny thing happened at McDonald's earlier. We went to the bathroom, me and Masako.
Oh yeah.
It gets better.
You know, the camera sat in stalls like right next to each other. Right next to each other. We were in stalls that were next to each other. And I reached for the toilet paper after I'm finished doing my business. I reached for the toilet roll and there's nothing in there. So I knock on the thing and I'm like, Master, there's no toilet paper. And he's like, don't worry, dude, I've got this.
I got this.
He puts his hand on the under it and gives me like a huge book full of toilet paper. My favorite, I'm just imagining it as Yami and Goku. Shit, and Yami's like, Goku, I need help. He's like, don't worry, I got this, Yami. Should have been like, Yami, believe in the toilet paper with all of your mind.
It's a reverse of a spirit bomb. Instead of going up, it's like down.
I left a spirit bomb in that toilet. Yes.
It was a movie, and I
A move on.
Good jokes.
So, like, do we actually have a thing we're going to do?
I have a thing.
You don't have much of a thing.
I'm going to ask it.
What does he
I'm
have?
going to interview the door now. Should I ask Siri what to do?
Siri, what the door abridges.
Siri, what does the door abridge?
Not the door!
This might answer your question.
The door.
He's giving me the albums from the Doors. Apparently, the running time of a regular episode is 105 minutes.
Not doing a very good job there, are you? Too many references. So, yeah, we're fiddling around with laptop or something. We're here to do a Q&A, so if you guys have any Q's, I believe we may have some A's. Anybody have any C's and F's? I'll go first. The green purple, what are you cosplaying?
I'm Link, but I'm Pink Link.
Pink Link. That's awesome.
Oh, Link. If the door had a void, what would it be?
Hey! No one has been able to open any door! For the love of God, close me! Door the barn! That really hurt! Ow! Stop doing that! You're hurting. Ow! Really hurting that door, mate. You see, when a bit is strong, it's funny no matter how many times you run it into the ground. This is the panel. 2 hours of talking about the friggin' door. Welcome to England, bitch.
We also actually have a bunch of abridgers in the audience, I believe. Does anybody have an abridged series in there?
Technically?
Oh, look at you! You abridged
Elfin League.
Elfin League.
Better to say, by the way.
Team Mecca, who abridged his Gravitation, was it?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. Anybody else have an abridged series? Yes.
We are starting a Vanguard bridge in Denmark.
A what abridged?
Vanguard.
Vanguard.
idea.
Like the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Just dark.
Card by Vanguard. Oh, that.
That'll make it 105
It
minutes
does.
long.
That's why me and him went on in high school for bridge.
Nice. 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 What do you got?
Overland after hours.
I remember I was in that.
We're carrying on with it.
Nice. Awesome.
Nice.
I'm in the I read it.
Yeah, of course. Don't record it.
You're a good Abridger though, you're delaying the...
Yeah, it took me over a year to make my first episode of my own series, which I'm going to show today.
We're going to show a new episode of his brand new series.
Yeah.
We do that at 5 o'clock.
Admire your optimism.
Me?
Yeah, you can pick one.
Should I pick this time?
Oh, yes.
Could we quickly talk to my boy?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What was your boy's name?
James.
James. How old is he?
13.
13.
He loves Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge.
Who am I talking about?
His name is now Steve.
Well, I can't go over this side.
You can't drive this phone.
Well, that means you are doing it
I
wrong.
got the appropriate license then.
You guys all hear me?
Yeah.
What?
Do you not want to bring it down here to the speaker?
Yeah, well, I'll do that, yeah.
Microphone?
I'll put the door on the phone.
Everybody.
Hello?
I bet you I've rang the wrong number.
Also, comes an old woman dressed as a crazy.
What?
Don't say it. We have nothing planned, this is perfect. Take as long as you want.
And how are you related to this person?
He's my son.
And you don't know his phone number?
I just have to ring my phone.
That's what phone books are for. We got
Hello? What was his frigging name? Hello, James? You don't know my frigging name? Hello, I know your name. Listen, James, what's my name? Marek is the wrong answer. Listen, I heard you had the Pharaoh's leather pants. He does. You do. Okay, I need to take evil laugh lessons from you, obviously. Wonderful. Would you like to join the evil council, James? Probably. The most indecisive villain of all time. I shall name you Indecisor. And you will maybe the Pharaoh to death. How about that? Listen, James, how old are you? How old are you? You're not old enough to play children's card games yet, okay? Listen, are you going to come to Alcon next year? That's okay. One day you should come to Alcon so that I can challenge you to a duel when you are old enough to play children's card games. I believe that the age is 20 years old. Can you promise me that, James? Probably. Okay. I need to go. It was very nice talking to you, okay? Kill your family.
Excellent. Oh, sorry, I thought that. Wait, oh, I didn't realize.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
I'm sorry.
How has the door impacted your life?
He helped us get through very tough times. Very tough walls.
It opened many new passages.
Being a door.
The door has always made me feel more secure.
How does no one not know his material?
I don't know, it's kind of dormant to me.
I just ruined the door.
I ruined it.
Wasn't he a bitch?
He was actually the inspiration of the DDT character Dora.
Oh, Dora.
Dora, yeah.
Dora.
Ah.
Just door with an E. Door, do you wish we would stop making these jokes?
Welcome to the door panel.
I got a joke that's like a door, okay? If you make any more door jokes, I'm going to smash your face in the
I got into trouble with my wife last night.
It was me kissed, so I don't know how it works.
You don't know how kissing works.
I got in trouble for kissing someone, and it was me. So I don't know you got in trouble for kissing me.
I have the video!
He's got busted.
It's actually on the big screen. Did you want to take somebody else?
Yes. Hiya, Joe. Hiya, Joe. Sorry. Yeah. It's just, I rang the wrong number before. Oh. I thought I'd share that with the whole room.
Sorry!
Alright.
Hi, Joe.
Actually, it was Grandad that answered
Bye,
the phone.
What are your favourite voices from any of your series?
Favourite voices?
Any series or
Any series you've done, what's your favourite voice?
But what was that we've done?
Yes.
Sorry, just clarify.
One more time. What's your favourite
My favorite voice that I've ever done, I really like doing the Marek voice just because of how easy it is. And if you come to the 18 plus, it's not 18 plus, it's the late night Abridgers panel here. I'll probably be drunk and you'll probably hear me doing that voice all the time. Just because that's how I sound like. But aside from that, Naruto I love doing. And I like doing the fucking Japanese military. If I were gonna do another episode of that, it would start off with the Japanese military on the phone and be like, and on the other end the guy's like, "Oi, Japan! I bet you can't make a fucking second episode of the Evangelion. Oh, we're gonna fucking do that now. I tell you, end of the episode.
Crowler is a high favourite of ours.
That's my favourite. That's my favourite to voice. But what's your favourite to voice? My favourite to voice is definitely Crowler. And please don't ask me to do it because my throat.
Oh, his voice is
Yeah,
pretty
I would say Jaden mainly because I have, so, yeah, the only voice I do is such a...
That's bollocks. There's so many good voices.
I would say Jaden because of the range and like...
I like you guys as scratch and ground it.
Oh, yeah.
Don't ask me to do scratching.
No.
It's the same principle with Crowler.
He is a principal as well.
No, he's a get.
Still a principal
Still a principal.
in title. GX knowledge. He's a professor.
Yeah, that's good.
So your answer was Jane?
Yes.
Do I even need to ask? I think we've pretty much it clear so far.
Sasuke.
Why, yes, it totally is. Other than that, it's Goku. It's Goku, yeah.
What are you, Flo?
Hello, are you struggling it? Come on. No,
Let's share it. We're waiting for other shares.
I've just clocked on your three. That's friggin' awesome.
Oh yeah!
I'm so hot, please. Just.
We will. Flo, answer the question. Oh, must I? Oh,
Yeah.
That's the idea.
That's why you're here.
Your partner's now answer. I suppose I like playing Alphonse Elric for most of my show. It's such a ridiculous voice and a
Originally it was really limited because I just walked like this all the time. Then I dragged it up a little bit. So when I get a bit ridiculous, it goes all the way up here and hurts my throat. I actually pulled to a metal bowl, which is fun.
We just booted up the computer.
That was me.
Oh.
Yeah, as a friend.
Next question, I think is we're going to get Kuriboh.
Are there any projects that you're working on or going
Working
to be
on?
working on?
Don't you
that
working
you're
on?
going to be working on in the future that you can tell us now?
I'll ask my question in the language of your people. Do to laugh.
Oh yeah. I'm assuming everyone here has seen the Bonds Beyond Time Abridgers movie.
Yeah.
This song at the end, which is parody of the ShadyVox Parabus, we finished writing the whole version yesterday. So.
The thing is, that shortly after that, we both got drunk because we were like, we're not getting too drunk until we finished writing this. And then as soon as we wrote it, I was like,
Yeah, the floodgates open.
Okay,
shots!
At some point, you started playing a chop suey. Yeah. Self-righteous suicide. And I got into a discussion about My Little Pony. Like,
The door tonight!
Please destroy the door!
It's on break.
Sorry, man, Shirley came in for money.
But
wait,
we got into a discussion about My Little Pony and bronies and stuff, and I have my own experiences with it. But I was so drunk that I was so fucked up, I was like, Pinkie Pie must die! I started like singing like, when bronies deserve to die. And then Ben and Sage got half naked and started dancing.
It's in the mood like
Not discussion for polite company!
You're an
I believe we do have a video of. We don't have a video.
That's not a project you're looking forward to working on.
But the only project.
Unless it's something you're not telling us.
Well, I suppose I've got my full metal up with Brotherhood Abridged, which I'm showing episode 1 of today. And I suppose another project. Well, episode 1's already out. It was already plus Vampire, but as far as nothing really else planned for me, just those 2 project house and JX Abridged. So that's that's what I'm doing. I'll stay out of that, man. So that was like
Anything outside of Abridging that you're working on that you did?
I think actually. I don't know, I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh, that is true. I have everyone, who knows the song Gangnam Style?
Never heard of it. Doesn't sound like it.
Well, we've actually already written, recorded and fully mixed a version, a sort of parody version called Dark One Style. In many ways, I had absolutely nothing to do with it. It was just a big Skype call. It was like, yeah, Gangnam Style is really great. Hey, we should do a parody. What about X? Yeah, let's call it Dark One Style. And Faulerro's written it. I just sung the actual lines, and then our friend Ali Monty over there has mixed it all together, and he got all finished up yesterday. So it's all done. I might post that on YouTube, but after this. That's a question. Right now. That's it.
Well, then, of course, I had obviously the second episode of Bizarre plus Vampire to consider, as well as working more on the cooler movie for Team 4-Star. Yeah, that's being mixed right now.
Oh, I'm.
Yeah, thanks in that too.
Doorway. Thanks for
Shameless plug. You know, I think that door might have been open so that it's not as hot in here, maybe.
Dude, you locked it!
Annoyingly, there was actually
another door.
Underestimating the door.
I think that was Kyle's.
He's left it. He's left it, and it's. What are you guys doing?
What's actually Kyle's drink?
You have to be your face. You obviously are hard salmon.
We all know that.
Yeah. Oh, actually, another thing to mention. We were meaning to get it done for Alcon, but unfortunately, due to schedules, we weren't able to. But in the next episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX The Bridge, little Kuriboh will be playing Dimitri.
I don't think they know who Dimitri is.
They will.
Yeah.
They will. They'll figure it out.
Dimitri's the guy who steals Yuki's deck.
So I wonder what voice will have him do.
Why apologize?
You're letting the cool air in.
Fashionably late.
How dare you come to
Yeah, not only that, but so many episodes again. Weapon actually, we'll be giving away like free pieces of like artwork at the
free.
not drawing for free.
Got a bid on it.
Charity. The charity auction prize. So if you want to do that and come on down to the
I've got no real projects to speak of other than making more episodes, which instantly puts me above these guys.
To be fair, 2 years ago,
2 years.
2 years ago, before I was released Abridgers, in 1 year he's released 7 episodes of his Abridgers series. So
maybe he should make a bridge.
maybe he should make Abridgers.
Yeah, they can do it.
Yeah, come on.
What's his name?
What?
Do Motimon. Alright, do it right now.
Do you want some more?
You might as well.
You told me to do Mo, you're right here on stage.
Do money, man. Do money, man.
Use your hips, boy.
He could do it. He could.
You could do it. Does he want to though?
I have a thing where I just copy everybody else and steal their voices.
We have that as well. Oscar, bridging. Did you choose?
He did, yeah. Question, no.
Yeah, question. Okay, question. Yeah, you start there. Yeah.
Me. I actually have 2 questions, if that's okay.
1.
Alright, 3. Okay. But yeah, go on.
That's pretty cheap. That's like when you get a genie and you wish for more wishes. That. I've got 2 questions. No.
The first one is, are you still planning to write the next Digimon episode in the late night panel?
How do you even say it?
Here's the thing. X might not be having late night panel because his voice, he has the rest of the voice, and I think he should be with his girlfriend.
Yeah, well, I got a masquerade.
Yeah, so.
I will be coming for about 10 o'clock for the last hour.
And here's the thing, if he wasn't on the panel and we were sat there writing it, and I'd rather honestly not write it without the guy, because
Yeah.
you kind of
So technically, I'm the one who's stopping the original 2 from happening.
And we've got a good guess right
Yeah.
Every character is silent. They make smiling noises every time. Bang! 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 Yes, bang! Bang! Bang you on. This is bang! What's his second?
Obviously, you must like voicing so many characters all the time. You must have thrown your voices completely out at one moment.
Hi.
Have you ever got to a point where you completely lost your voice? If so, how often does it happen?
Yeah. In episode 14 of GX, Jaden screams for the last 2 minutes. And there's actually, because we have like in the booth, and we have outtakes, and if you watch the outtakes, you have me screaming, and they're like, oh my god, I can't do it anymore.
Episode 13 did it for me with that crowd line when he screams.
Oh yeah.
That one did it for me.
Yeah, it took about a week for me to come around.
It doesn't happen as often as you think. We don't really get lines that we don't really do something.
The videos are pretty short, so.
Yeah, and, you know, but half the time we don't really record it in one stint. Actually, we've got the time to do it in one go, but it doesn't happen that often to me. Like these amateurs.
It wasn't really a video, but I cosplayed as Naruto a few times, and I went to Australia with the cosplay, and I was running around as Naruto in character with a cigarette. And I was going around yelling, and at one point I went into like the post party thing, and I went in and I came out waving toilet paper going, I can't stop pooping! I actually had to fix my voice immediately the next day, so it was kind of unfortunate because I had a power doing everything. As far as videos go, I didn't lose my voice in a sense, but I had my wisdom teeth out. And, yeah. And they told me basically take it easy, relax, rest your mouth, because obviously you had your wisdom teeth out. And that very day you released the Naruto Abridged promo with the t-shirts, and I was like, I want to troll the hell out of these guys. I'm going to see if I can voice act while my mouth is all numb and stuff. And I actually did it, and the video that came out that was released was a day after my wisdom teeth were removed, and I just forced myself to risk exacerbating my wounds in my mouth just so I can make fun of you.
Very tough.
He's willing to go that far.
Buy the shirts, buy the shirts, buy the shirts.
My favorite part of that video was randomly Swedish Naruto.
Work.
Well, I suppose really, obviously, with Dragon Ball Z, you're very kind of, voice. It comes with the territory, really. But I suppose really the episode 10 of DBZ, when we were like doing the Goku Vegeta fight, and like doing so many Kamehameha screams, so my voice was completely shot off 4 takes. Conversely, episode 30 was like I had to do like Super Saiyan about 25 times. My voice was better, but I could have done without straining it that much. And then Kaiser, cheeky little bugger, actually ended up saying the first, saying after 25 takes, yeah, I kind of like the first take best. I forgave him because I like doing the screams. I like screaming. I'm a screamer. Yeah, not really. Yeah. Most of the ones I do are very straightforward. Just a nice guy who doesn't voice very much. Right,
Oh, me? It doesn't really happen to me very often. I sometimes cut my throat though with some of my screams. I think in episode 2 of Normal Artist had this bit where Ed yells out at the top of his lungs, nipple screams. Yeah, I had to do that several times to get it perfectly right, and I think I might have, terrified the neighbours. It's sort of expected it coming from the floor, but yeah. Well, I also hurt my throat a little bit with xthedarkone's Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood project, so I wanted to get them all done in one day, so I could hope that X could get it done super quick. And yeah, I think that was
Which I so totally did.
Didn't you get asked to say nipple scrubs at a convention?
I did, at something fun. In the middle of the whole crowd, this guy asked me to record myself yelling nipple screams, and I did at the top of my lungs. And I walked away awkwardly.
You just tweeted about a minstrel. Don't turn down the 3 minstrel?
Yes.
Faulerro, would you like to pick a question up? An interrogation.
Go with that.
Blue Harry.
Cyrus.
I want to say one thing about the screaming bit. Particularly in all of your scenes, it's a lot of common jokes, but sometimes you have to drop into even for comedic quite dramatic things like how you when you two were doing the Frieza Goku fight, there was
serious
that you were actually angry and you were actually fighting and stuff. It's like how difficult is it to balance for us who's all actors, balance the comedy and the drama and
well, I suppose really, for me, I've done some more dramatic stand-ups and audio dramas, so the drama part of it is always very, it comes to me a bit more naturally, than, some other people in my place, comedic stuff. But it was nice actually to do a bit more drama as Goku, actually get in really close with the microphone. Actually do a little bit of serious stuff. Because, it's all very well and good. It's all very well and good just being kind of joking, happy, Goku all the time, but really just to kind of get down and actually take it seriously, it was actually quite refreshing. And I don't regret it at all, and I thought it was like a really nice change of pace. Quite easy to do Frieza.
Well, do Frieza. What Frieza?
Episode 2, Revenge of the Doors.
Thank you so much. As far as Frieza goes, I've never really considered myself much of an actor. I have done some stage work, and I have tried to hone my skills as an actor, but I don't think I'm very good at it. I think I'm much better at writing than actually performing. But with Frieza, having a great director really helped. There really is no way to, there's no small way of explaining that Scott is easily like.
Do you want to sit or stand?
I prefer standing. But Scott really is the heart of the project. without Scott, it wouldn't even be half as good. And my performance wasn't half as good. And they really took a chance on me with the because they weren't going to cast me. What's up?
I just wanted to sit down.
Why? So like, nobody can see me. It's alright. No, I'm sure. Shut up! Where are you going? I'm just going to stand right
Can you
here.
stand by the mic?
Alright, man.
Sit down.
Stop sign! You sign! Stop sign!
You guys see Shady okay?
Yeah! Hello! As far as acting as Freezer goes, it's probably the closest thing I've come to actually properly acting in anything as far as voice projects go. Otherwise, back in the day I was very proud of the performance in the Joey versus Yugi duel, but looking back on it, the thing on the pier, but looking back on it, I wasn't particularly happy with it at the time. I think the closest I came to actually doing a good acting performance in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged was Marek and Korra yelling at each other. Just because of the chemistry those two have, I think. Aside from that.
Oh, thank you.
That's alright.
I'm going to be over here, I guess.
Yeah. Can we get Chef the door,
Forever alone. They're the crowd that paid to get here themselves. We had to pay for you.
Wait, what?
What? We had to pay for you, so sit away from that lot.
You know what, Mike?
Fine now.
Okay. What about you guys?
What was the question?
What dramatic part have you done in
Oh, serious off one of our episodes open singing Friday.
I think
I've done some serious, like in the new Dragon Ball Z movie that's been happening. Is it Revenge of Killer?
Yeah.
Well, as I said before, I'm playing Dora in that. And obviously I've got the funny lines that I'm doing, but there was one thing I'm quite proud of is when Kyle was like, okay, I need a screaming line, a charging, screaming line. I said, okay, this Kyle's in it, I can do this. And I gave all my partners like that, really the biggest scream ever, and he was just like that. Oh, that was awesome. That's that. But yeah, it's just, as far as, you know, I don't know, just give it.
the Road Child Dorado.
Oh, we did the, yeah. We did that. The Road Child Dorado fan. It was like the first 5 minutes of it, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And he played Miguel. I was in it as well. We were in it. What was the like, how do we like vary between doing?
What is it like going from doing something like comedy to doing something like drama?
It is good. I enjoy doing a bit of drama. I did that Hellverse Leech family where I played the main villain in that. And someone actually commented on that video saying, it's really nice seeing X do something a bit more serious. And I was like, yeah, it feels good doing something serious. Because like, if you just do funny stuff all the time, people just go, oh, it's just funny stuff, you can't. And won't take it seriously. I don't know, I enjoy these serious random stuff as well.
So, agrees.
The door agrees. Thank you, door. Thank you. So yeah, no, I enjoy it. Well, I need a buzzer when I'm just going to start dribbling.
You guys are doing any dramatic, serious stuff?
Sometimes in my own episodes, I like to put in some little dramatic moments, serious moments, because it makes the comedic payoff even better. You feel like them being like deadly serious and grounded. But a great example of that would be like in Dragon Ball Z Abridged in episode 30, where I played Yamcha, and you just find out that Goku's dead, and I gave the best performance.
Yeah, that was
big no! And I was crying and everything, and then it just gets completely broken up again, and I'm pointing out the obvious that it's going to come back.
Right.
I don't know if it's an actual thing that people do like when they fan dub stuff or even in actual dubs, they always seem to make this one noise that I feel like you have to learn in order to become a proper voice actor, which is like I mean, if we can all do that together, then we'll all become voice actors. Come on. 1, 2, 3. I will do this next and do that some last question. You got this up right?
The
So you're planning on continuing bridging season 0 of Yu-Gi-Oh?
I am absolutely planning on continuing season 0 of Bridge. I have a lot of fun doing that because I get to screw around with continuity and like play around with like all the, because it was a show where it was like one episode, it was very episodic because you didn't have to watch, it didn't really have an overarching storyline aside from the Kaiba stuff. But the next one I plan to do is the episode where Yami sets a guy on fire and kills him. Yami sets a guy on fire and kills him, and then Taya falls in love with him immediately. I plan to make this, because he's an escaped convict, right? Yeah. He was put in prison because he was an abridger. That's why. Yeah, I do plan on doing more, and I want to do the Bakura episode as well.
Yeah, but that's not until later.
That's not until much later. But I've been skipping around because I did the Kaiba episode second, and that's after the prison guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will be continuing it, absolutely.
Gentleman back. When you're writing, do you find jokes are quite easy with material, or are they quite difficult to get right?
When we're writing jokes, we find it easy to reference it to. Or say for one down. I don't know. I guess it varies from project to project, especially when it comes to like GX Abridged, which me and X write together. Like we used to have a system where X would write and I would edit, and we didn't feel like it was a combined effort, and we feel like we would write so much better when we're together. But for example, like something with Abridgimon.
No way.
What?
We did that because you were starting uni and you didn't have time anymore.
Yeah. I thought it was the 1996 you said to do that.
No. Shady was actually going to leave originally because he was going to start uni. And he said, I'm not going to have time to come over and write GX or even edit it. So, edit. And so I went, well, I don't want to lose the show. So why don't you just, do the voice, carry on doing the voice of Jaden, and I will write it, get an editor, or edit it myself. Edit it. And, but then obviously, stop uni or whatever, finish uni. And then he said, well, I'm free again. So we went back to doing the way we used to do it, which is episode 13, which arguably is our best episode.
Which was that? The tennis episode?
Recently, a couple of weeks ago, just hit 500,000 views. So, arguably is great. Just over a year ago, I got all the shows for Alcon this year. What are you doing?
What was that?
Come at me, bro.
Camera.
I had a lovely picture of the car. But, yeah, hopefully next year we'll get 1 million.
That wasn't
Hey, I asked him. Fan-friggin-tastic. Did you ask those people going across the panel?
Yeah, no, what about it?
You got my back.
Do you find it difficult to write material?
Getting in bed.
I find it very difficult right now. That's why I steal for everybody else. But seriously, I do struggle with writing a lot. And I find some of my best jokes happen when I'm not even thinking about the writing process. I tend to be like at brief work or something, and then I'll come up with a great joke off the top of my head. But I think Taka said that he comes up with a lot of his best jokes when he's like working in the steelwork thing that he does or whatever it is. But yeah, a lot of the times, like you guys mentioned the other day, that you were on the way to the petrol station, you had a conversation, and you came up with one of the best jokes you've ever had. So.
One of our favourite parts of LinkedIn, yeah. Just from walking around.
So inspiration hits you at the worst times. The Beavis and Butthead Rex and Weevil thing I thought was like a huge inspiration because I was actually like trying all day to think of what to do with their characters, and then I was like, oh yeah, I used to do Beavis and Butthead impressions back in school. I'll just use that, and it seemed really appropriate. So.
Butter!
Hey! Thank you so much.
Can we have a giant fan, please? You know what's really funny? But as it turns out, there is actually air conditioning in this room. All this time. Oh, can we have? We have this fan.
I'll go get you.
Thank you.
You're Kyle Edwards, what?
Sorry?
Yeah, we're in a uni. Okay, of course we can go.
Masako, what was the question?
Do you find writing jokes difficult or easy?
Writing jokes difficult.
I personally do, even though I'm not part of the writing staff in Team 4-Star, but for my own personal projects, I tend to describe myself now, I'm not really much of a comedic writer in the purest sense. So I'm kind of like having more dramatic overtones and having like drama reflect with comedy in a way. So I suppose really, in Kemper it was really good because I could actually have a lot of kind of freedom in terms of actually writing some quite dirty material and actually have a bit of sexual banter with it in there as well. So I felt quite liberated just to be able to like have control.
No, we can write to his camera.
Sorry, you're not losing anything.
No, but it's essentially just having that freedom to be able to write what I want, kind of having a banter between two characters and how they interact is where I kind of I'm stronger. So to have that kind of back and forth between two characters is something I quite like. But in general, it's just trying to like make sure that I don't end up getting too random because I don't think that's really my style. Like just getting too random, throwing in some random bits, but just not losing the coherence of the narrative. So I'd say so. So it's something I'll overcome over time and experience. But yeah.
Yeah, I think when it comes to jokes, I find when I'm actually trying to force a joke in the scene, it's really hard. These days, I tend to just work with how the characters react to stuff. It's a really boring answer, by the way, so. How the characters react to a scene as it is in the original show, based on the characters that you've made, is something a bit fun with it. That's boring. But I find it's a lot easier to write jokes to something when it's deadly serious in the actual show. If something is like really horrifying in the actual show, I have a lot of fun. If something is actually funny in the original show, I cut it out. Not competing around crap, no.
So, xthedarkone, you have a special presentation for us.
Yes.
Take them off.
That sounds a little insincere. You can join it.
Show us those
driving.
Yeah, awesome.
What are we watching?
This is porno.
I have to wait a few hours for that.
Why?
It's a headshot camera already.
You guys not watching it? It's okay.
We all watch it.
You see it for that. Break the neck.
Okay. What this is essentially
It's rubbish, I don't like it.
this is a safety code for the Bridge series.
Oh yeah.
So this is something Shady and I have been talking about doing for like a very long time. We started doing GX Abridgers, and we said we wanted to sort of do our own Abridgers series. His, of course, was Sonic X Abridgers, his episode, but we wanted to sort of, he was a mixer and I was sort of the writer and together. And so we said we wanted to do our own Abridgers series instead of panned out. And
Is this it?
Basically, originally I was going to do Impossible Bridge. So I might do a little one shot of it, but then I thought, well, no, I want to do this. And then I said, I'll do Full My Life and Kuriboh, which I was only going to make a one shot of. But then I decided to do a full series. So this took me over, just like I said, just over a year to do this because I'm really horrible at it. I'd like to thank Faulerro for helping me out at the while he was staying off mine this week. If it weren't for him and Tracy and Gene and Jackie over there, this wouldn't have been ready. So enjoy my awful editing.
Are we able to turn the lights out?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Right.
What are you guys doing? Have you never seen Jack?
I want to be home.